do headhunting business in the state of UP. So I told them to pick up people for the sugar industry. He looked at me, this is none of the guys hired through the headhunters. So that's the valid question. On the other extreme is power, where we hire only through the headhunters. The corporate office we only go only through the headhunters. In the cement it's a mix and match. But lastly, frankly speaking, the targets given to my recruitment team is 100% hiring through our own network because of the obvious reasons. So we did a couple of hiring at the very senior level through the headhunting firms, but I would say 90% of the hiring, whatever we did through internally. But year before that, you would have done 50-60%. I don't remember the exact number. 50-60% of hiring through the recruitment firms, and remaining 30-40% through network and 10% or through the.
Because what I find different in India and abroad is my counterparts, they just walk into a client and get 2 or 3 jobs from a car and ancillary manufacturing company, 2 or 3 jobs, and they fulfill it because the companies don't do the recruitment themselves, and most often it is on contract basis, and that office is profitable. Whereas here, we have competition from the companies themselves, because though recruitment is a very highly transactional work, sales kind of work, HR people don't leave it. They grab it and they do it themselves. And second is we have competition from the candidates. They are so well networked, Indians. They can find their way and then somehow reach the place where they are hiring. So we get hardly any business, though we have the skill.
It's a 9,000 crore industry. We just almost as big as the tire industry. Sorry, I don't know the size, but certainly bigger than the two-wheeler industry in the country.
Yes,
I can't say that. Are retiring almost en masse. I don't know anyone of you read Business Today this last time, where Jewel Tata is on the cover page. So the entire Tata board is retiring. Okay, and that's not only to Tata. You look at Ambuja Cement, you look at ACC, you look at Grasim, and mass retirements are happening. And the next level of leadership is not ready. And what has also happened is that this rapid growth in the last 10 years which the country has experienced. People got into the roles much ahead of time. I look at myself. I became the head of HR in a company, a smaller company, there are 53, and group head of HR in this company, there are 36. I wasn't ready for that role. What happened is this led to lot of, as I was saying, it led to a lot of learning while doing the job. As Professor was saying, a lot of us have actually killed, for example, a few verticals, like employee relations today. As I was saying, you hardly find a HR guy who has experience of running the time office. And all of a sudden he becomes the head of HR in a manufacturing company, and there is a labor union brigade. What he was asking, that what are the innovative practices? We did, in our previous company, what we used to say is manage IR through HR or HR type IR. So how many of the HR professionals are actually expanded? So what I'm saying is net, the management bandwidth and capability is going to be a limitation, and has been a limitation, and was a limitation. So that's a journey on which I don't think we have been able to crack it to the T. The rest, everything, I would say we are always on everything else. We are looking for the next phase. In leadership development, we've done this. Now, how do we take it to the next phase and so on? But here, this journey where still I can't say that we've cracked it.
Aman, if I read two statements of yours, one is the management bandwidth and 100% recruitment through internal resources. Don't you think there is a gap in the strategy? It could be elusive for us.
So, I said it,
but you're saying challenge is talent acquisition at the top level.
Yeah.
And you're saying you want to do 100% in-house.
That was a very short. I would say it was not.
Which is where I see we can fill that gap.
Sure. It was more of a tactical move last year, as I said. It was specific to that period.
Cost cutting is on.
Yeah, so we are on.
You are not. We are on.
I just wanted to check. My name is Rani and I've been around for a while. So we've done manufacturing in its old avatar, and now we aspire to continue to do it. Two aspects. One is the gap that you stated. The other is the fact that you go into a downturn. Manufacturing was doing very well. You go into a downturn. Usually when you come out of a downturn, things are not, they will never go back to what they were. There will be a different reality. Okay. So as you said, for the last, I think manufacturing has really been in a severe downturn probably for about 5 to 7 years at least, while the other industries have been taking off. So there is a talent gap over there. First thing that will happen when you come out of it is that there will be a talent surplus, because some companies will move ahead of others. There will be people in other companies who are always easy for your recruiters to find. The real challenge will come when you break out of the total availability of manpower or rather, managerial talent at a senior level. Your whole industry doesn't have so many people. Yeah. Your growth goes. So my question really is, are you anywhere mapping or looking at nurturing relationships with, say, consultants or whoever, so that when you reach that stage, because today you can recruit because it's from the industry, everything's familiar. The challenge comes when you've got to pick a guy from FMCG and get him to do your thing, or pick a guy from another industry and fit him into yours, which is when the talent surplus is not. That is really when we come in. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, so the question is basically as to when, all of you from manufacturing, which has been in a downturn, when you come out of it, are you looking at that stage, which is when the real challenge is and which is when consultants come in? Are you looking at it already, or are you just running with internal recruiters and waiting to see?
Look, I think we missed probably the first introduction we have hired people across the industry, and we have leveraged our partners to the. So we are not a typical classical batsman. However, the last one is there was a tactical move to contain the cost, and hence we were internally, we are focusing only on the internal. In fact, our stated philosophy is that this much percentage internally, this much percentage through websites, and this much percentage through the partner firms, and this much from the campuses, etc., etc. So we decided that in the beginning of the year. So
Okay, what about the automobile people here? The same question to you.
In any industry has a particular talent gap, then this cross-industry change happens. How IT picked up from everywhere, other insurance picked up from everywhere, right? Then PE and tire we started picking up from everywhere 3 years back. And I think the same practice is going on with other tire players also, because tire industry is also transforming. Now, the kind of outlets of tire which you see now